So, Sam, would you like to do an immediate review? Yeah, so we're going to try Dream World Coca-Cola.
Dream World.
It literally says dream flavored. So let's see what
dreams taste like.
Let's see what Coca-Cola thinks dreams taste like. Sam, I just want to ask, before we start too much of the recording, I heard some rumors online about you that I'm just here to check if they're true or not. We are still friends.
Okay.
Are you or are you not a ghoul?
A ghoul.
A ghoul.
You're going to have to elaborate.
I don't have to.
I guess.
Are you, Sam, or are you not a ghoul? We're friends. You can tell me if you're a ghoul.
Listen, who am I to say that dead flesh tastes delicious?
Sam, you're dodging the question.
I can't be the person you're asking to be, and the person you're asking me to be is a flesh connoisseur.
No, the person I'm asking you to be, Samuel, is someone who's answering the question, are you or are you not a ghoul?
I mean, what would you really consider necrotized?
Not the question, are you a ghoul? Stormy thinks you're a ghoul.
I thought Stormy was under the table.
No. She's out back doing ghoul stuff.
She's not a ghoul dog.
She's not a ghoul dog. She's a cool dog.
She's a cool dog.
Yeah.
She's a wicked cool dog.
And a fart dog.
And I would consider having necrotized bowels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hello, folks.
Welcome back to Reading the Ghoul on MSNBC.
Reading the Ghoul is not a bad name for a sitcom. Welcome back to the Clambake Incident. My name is Reed.
My name is former human,
now ghoul, canonically.
Now cannot confirm nor deny these accusations, Senator Workman.
And we are your on-the-ground reporters for a little hamlet
on the coast of Maine. That's right. Welcome back to Clam Harbor.
How was your week, Sam?
My week was pretty good. Pretty good.
Did you watch Borat again?
My wife.
I told you weren't supposed to. You get twice a year, and you already used both last week.
Twice a year. Wow, that's limited.
Yeah. Someone pointed out to me that the casting on the character, the Joker from the Batman, is always either really, really good or absolutely horrendous. And someone pointed out to me that the guy who plays Borat, Sacha
should
Cohen,
be the Joker.
Sacha
Cohen.
My
God!
But he just the person who said that was like, we are not ready for that kind of horror that man is going to delve up.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
We put him in a bright purple suit and we do not give him a script.
What's happening? That's right. We've rented out an entire city for a month. We've got cameras, we've got crew, we've got cast, and then we've got Borat. This guy shows up in a purple suit, and we just fucking let him loose. That's right. He cannot leave city limits.
No, but he doesn't want to either because he is causing actual mayhem.
That's right. He does go into 6 months of therapy directly after the shoot.
As does everyone else involved because, again, the world is not ready for the kind of horror that this man is going to delve up.
Fuck, dude, but it would be so good.
It's an incredible casting. The fact that someone pointed that out to me, I'm trying to find the message, and was like, this is a good idea. And I'm like, that's not a good idea, but that is a powerful idea.
It's something. Oh, man. Oh, God. I would watch that movie.
Yeah. Who would you cast as Batman?
Oh.
First thing, Jay Leno.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Oh, shit. Lawrence Fishburne.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm in. I'm sold. We'll do it.
No.
Honestly.
No.
No?
Gilbert Gottfried.
That's going to be hard because he's dead.
It does suck that he's dead.
Yeah. Well, yes, Sam, it does. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried would have been a good Batman. Alternatively, Gilbert Gottfried would have been a better Robin.
Gilbert Gottfried that would be fucking hilarious. But Gilbert Gottfried as Calendar Man.
That's pretty good.
What's your power? I just kill people.
You see, Batman, welcome to the long Halloween.
Who would you cast as? So we haven't settled. Lawrence Fishburne is a good Batman. Who would be Alfred?
Alfred. Oh,
Who's the guy who was in the movie the man who killed Bigfoot, or sorry, the man who killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
What the fuck?
That's a great movie. It's not a joke either. It's weird. Yeah, no, it's good. No, it's really good. That's like a Sundance Film Festival movie.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to okay, we'll talk about that after.
It's not like a joke movie either.
I think
kind of.
we should cast Ben Affleck as Alfred, just as a little like twist of the knife.
But to say some salt in his wound. That's pretty good. I would say for my Alfred fan cast, if we can't get the dude I'm talking about, Sam Elliott.
I can't place his face.
This is like, the rest of these have been a joke. I think he would be a fucking really good Alfred.
I think
except that he's the most American man alive.
I think we should just capture Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Put him in a rented city with Borat. See what happens.
You see, I think that Mark Zuckerberg would be a really good Riddler.
He would be a really good the lizard dude from underneath in the sewers. Alligator Man, whatever it is.
It's not Alligator Man.
It's
Killer Croc.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
The dude from The Ranch.
Yes.
And every other mustache movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, if you're over the age of like 40,
yeah,
he becomes hot. It's a scientific miracle.
Fuck, I can't remember his name now.
We're not good at actors, are we?
Tom
Hanks.
No, the dude from Mustache Man from Law and Order.
I don't watch cop shows. Fan casts aside.
Us two movie enthusiasts who know all of the actors' names.
Just very good. Know enough to not look like idiots.
Yeah. Frodo Baggins as the Joker.
No, Sacha Cohen's the Joker. We need other villains.
Okay. Frodo Baggins as Gollum in the Batman movie.
Oh, okay. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just slap him in there.
Is it explained? Fuck no.
Absolutely
but he has
not.
the ring.
That's
it's
right.
a bad thing.
He has a top hat too now because lots of Batman villains do.
I think Tom Hanks as the Riddler. Not going to explain that one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you. Johnny Depp as Robin.
Oh, I would have cast Johnny Depp as the Riddler.
No, Johnny Depp would be an okay Riddler and a good Joker, but it would be funnier to me if he was Robin. Just Robin. And he doesn't get that many lines.
Johnny Depp is actually the love interest of Batman in this movie.
I'd pay to see Lawrence Fishburne and Johnny Depp kiss. He's Catwoman. Johnny Depp as Catwoman. No, Sigourney Weaver is Catwoman. That's actually a good cast in my mind.
Anyway, fan casts aside, what's happening in town?
Well, a lot of things are kind of happening, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Coffee sales have plummeted.
Oh.
Well, so says Taylor, but he says that sometimes.
Keeps track of that?
He does, I would say, as the owner of a coffee shop. It just seems like everyone has been, I don't know if it's the smell or the seagulls.
The seagulls do leave a particular smell.
And they are still fucking everywhere. They just kind of settled in, living their lives here, which is kind of nice.
The new permanent residents.
Yeah, it's now a town of 2,000 and one,
2001.
2001.
Space, a Seagull Odyssey.
A Seagull Odyssey. So that's like still a big thing, but it seems like from the people I talked to,
yeah,
everyone in town seems fucking miserable.
Yeah, dude, no one. Sorry, do you want to?
Yeah, you can go for it.
No one is sleeping?
Yeah, no one's really sleeping.
Uh-huh. Kinzel's, I know that Kinzel's been talking to a bunch of people. She's just been like taking samples and doing a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah. She keeps trying to compile this stuff because when she asked me, she was like, Reed. Well, she didn't. She said, you're one of the two idiots, right? And I said, as I would. Yes.
And you said, yes, of course.
Yeah,
I'm one of two Los Nasty Boys.
Actually, what I did say, I was like, well, you ask me every time we talk, but yes. And she asked me what I was dreaming about, which I thought was weird coming from a biologist.
Uh-huh.
And she asked me, so she clarified. She asked, Reed, she didn't say my name. She said,
Idiot boy.
Yeah. Dumb guy. Have you been thinking about the monoliths a lot? To which I said, what are monoliths? And she was like, the big pillars, Reed. She didn't say Reed. She said, dum-dum. She said the big pillars. And I said, oh, I mean, not really.
And you said, of course, I've been thinking about that guy from Night at the Museum, Gum Gum.
Oh, yeah, the Easter Island head. No, I said I hadn't, and she said that I'm an enigma, and then she asked where I slept, to which I said I don't feel comfortable saying that to you.
That's a fair fucking response. That's a fair... Hey, idiot dum-dum boy, where do you sleep?
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel like I need to answer that. You're pretty nice, but not wrong. But yeah. And so, I don't know. It seems like people are having trouble sleeping.
Have you been dreaming about the monoliths and
I mean, I've had a dream with a monolith in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're big.
occupying of mental space.
I would like to dig them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is the trend.
The mass insomnia is a little off.
I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mass insomnia is a little weird in like the weird shared dreamscape.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, no, that's very strange.
A little poopy. A little poopy.
But at least it's not intermittent.
It's true.
That's a little throwback to the floor. Last episode.
So the things people have doing, I asked Taylor, and he said, well, what Taylor said was he hasn't slept in about 3 years.
Yeah, the coffee.
Yeah, because the dude vibrates a little bit when he moves, which makes, coffee shop. I asked him what people have been doing, and he said sometimes so people just go down to the monoliths and start digging them out. Other people have just been fucking around with silly string.
Honestly, since the release of that weird fucking silly string law,
there's a lot of silly string everywhere right now. It's
maybe
like
this is why they banned it in the first place.
Maybe it's like it attracted the seagulls because there's a lot of silly string and a lot of seagull shit. Town is kind of falling apart.
Do you think it's like the drones? They're like trying to shoot down the drones with the silly string.
I think they might be just straight in a seagull's mouth. But
I'm gonna preface this with: do not fucking do this.
Yeah, don't touch a seagull.
But you can.
No, don't tell people how to give seagulls diarrhea.
Oh no, I was gonna talk about how to explode them.
No, even fucking worse, Samuel. No.
Yeah, no, it's bad. Don't do it. But like,
Sam,
jokes aside, seriously, don't fucking explode seagulls. And I guess I won't say it because Reed is holding a knife.
Yeah, so I guess people have been filling their time with doing a little silly string. Coffee
Did you
sales
see the
are
fucking
down.
like magic? Taylor's like holding drafts for like old fishermen.
Oh, cool.
It's
No, I
wild.
didn't. That's neat.
Yeah.
Huh. I would love elderly magic is a really good idea. That could be really fun. Old folks magic, senior plus, 65 plus.
We should tell him to call it that, elder magic. Elder magic nights.
The silver sleeve deck coalition. And other than that, the huge thing, people have been digging out apparently the monoliths. I think I said that last time. But
they were always an archaeological thing, right?
Yeah, people have been digging them out a little bit.
Yeah.
They're big. Yeah. They're deep.
I bet.
There is... and they're in a perfect circle, and they've kind of they've dug out some of the old town, the replica of the town that showed up.
I am actually curious about this one.
It's kind of just looks identical to town, except that it's a little bit smaller and buried, and also like the buildings don't have walls. It's just like the footprints.
Have you heard about that guy from Pompeii that like had a giant meteor hit his head while he was masturbating?
But what a way to go!
Right?
He died a fucking champion. Imagine going, you die, you're at the pearly gates, and God's just standing there with his arms folded, nodding like, I'm normally...
My brother.
I am normally not a fan of what you did, but you took it, and you ran with it. You stuck by your laurels.
You know what they say, go wrong, stay wrong.
That's me, DGODD. Other news, the mini. Okay, so we've been covering the rise and I guess immediate fall of the minigolf place in town.
Yeah.
For those who haven't heard, it is a abandoned captain's mansion.
It's honestly
abandoned
really cool.
haunted mansion themed minigolf place that is in the abandoned captain's mansion. In town.
Would not stay there overnight.
No, especially because 5 different sets of families have fallen through the floor.
Sorry, that's not something.
No, I think they're fine. Like I didn't see anything bad. Like they're okay, but like 5 different sets of families
At different times and locations.
Yeah, different days. It seems like.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it wasn't all the same.
This isn't like the one place everyone falls through the floor.
No, it's like this. Like the 5th one happened recently that got it shut down. 1 through 4 were fine.
But it's not like one spot in the floor that they just haven't marked. It's like
it's just a fucking unsafe building. That's why it was abandoned.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, I guess, sad, but also not a surprise.
No.
I'm tired.
Me too.
Sam, tiredness aside.
Uh-huh.
You said for me earlier that I wasn't allowed to leave, gun to my head, until we talked about the silly string. And I'm at a gunpoint this whole episode. But that's how we record most of the time, is Sam has a gun on me, and then I talk, and eventually he just motions for me to go, points at me, and then points at the door with his gun, and then eventually I'm allowed to leave.
Listen, this is a note for all of you producers and directors out there. Anyone in charge of talent, you gotta keep them on the straight and fucking narrow.
They're not going to ask for a trailer if they're begging for their life.
That's right. That's right. If they are afraid for themselves and their family, that's right, get their family too, then they're not going to ask for a raise. They're not going to negotiate that contract. And that leaves you more money for props and makeup and locations.
And the gun.
And the
that
gun,
you just have on them.
Yeah, I have a very fancy gun at this point.
It is. It's massive. I don't know where you got that Gatling gun.
It used to be a handgun.
It did, and he's just upgraded it. And now I know that if I tried to leave or go to another podcast, I would get mowed down in the street. Me and everyone else around me.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, Reed's a free man, and
oh yeah, absolutely. I'm allowed to leave whenever I want.
Reed,
So
you're scaring your mom.
Sorry. You said to talk about the silly string.
Yeah.
You said you had a couple silly string theories.
I do.
So for those of you who are just tuning in, for some reason,
you're here on episode 19. You've completely ignored the episodic progression, the serial progression of this show and this glorious town and its stories.
But
instead, you've hopped both feet into the silly string pit.
Yeah, which we're sorry about. This must be jarring and confusing.
Also, this is like, what, 2/3 of the way through the episode?
Yeah, I guess we could have done that earlier. Either way, a couple weeks ago, Mayor Trask repealed some of the weird laws in town, one of them being a municipal ban on silly string, which we thought was weird that it was in place, but really it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
These people
now it makes perfect sense.
And I think maybe.
And for those of you tuning back in, tuning in for the first time for some
the opposite
strange
of what you said.
Yeah, the opposite. It has gone to absolute shit.
Yes.
Silly string was legalized again. And the town is now essentially one large piece of plastic.
Yes.
People have been shipping in silly string by the pallet.
Yep. And it has been not a nightmare, so to speak, but not a nightmare.
Not a daymare.
Not a daymare. Not a normal mare.
Not a single horse in town. That ordinance is still in place.
Yes, because you don't want those around the silly string. So
That's
Sam,
right.
I think that with the silly string came the Seagulls.
Yes. Yep.
There are hundreds of, if not thousands of Seagulls in town now. And I don't know if this is a yearly occurrence we haven't been talking about, but holy shit. My car is literally covered in shit.
In defense of that, we've never fucking asked.
That's a fair point. So,
Buttons.
buttons?
Yeah, you said so. I said buttons. That's the joke.
Oh, S-E-W.
Yeah. Or your clothes fall off.
Okay. Zippers. Anyway, so I'm just going to throw out one idea here, and then we'll go back and forth a little bit. Do you think the silly string is what's causing the insomnia? People are just too excited. They just are laying awake at night thinking about how they're going to spray silly string onto the street, just into piles.
I mean, I don't know if we talked to some of the people. There's this weird, everyone's kind of having the same dreams or similar dreams.
Yeah.
And some of them have been seeing each other in dreams.
Yes.
Now, part of the dream, because, if you dream about town, you presumably dream about the people.
Yeah.
But what are those people doing? We know it's silly string.
I have to assume, and I've been sleeping great. I also don't sleep in town.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But also, yeah, I can assume it's just this, they love silly string so much, they've invented this weird dreamscape where they can play with it even while they're asleep.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good. Alternative,
Hit me up.
it's turned into a hallucinogen after the seagulls digest it. And because there's so much seagull shit everywhere,
Yeah.
people are just having nightmares because they've taken hallucinogens all day.
Let me spin that.
Okay.
Because what you have proposed to me is that the whole town is eating seagull shit.
No, I'm presuming.
That's not really what I got from that.
I'm proposing that seagull shit on contact with human skin. You know, there's a topical hallucinogen coming from this seagull shit. Now, does that mean that people like Andrew Genzel are rubbing it into their skin? Probably.
But I don't think that might be like an old folk thing that I don't want to comment on.
Yeah, well,
let me take that and
that fucking tracks. The seagull shit's on you. You just rub it in.
You gotta rub it in like sunscreen.
Get 7 years of bad luck.
So actually, isn't getting pooped on by a bird good luck?
I don't know, dude.
That sounds like
some bullshit.
Well, bird shit. Jinxed. Let me spin that. What if instead of hallucinogens,
Okay.
silly string is like seagull Viagra? And that's why there's so many seagulls all of a sudden. Is they just get some randy.
Ugh. That explains the amount of seagulls becoming ever larger.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Although that would be a prolific growth rate for seagulls.
Sam, I will say I did see what was almost an exact replica of the Lady in the Tramp spaghetti scene, but it's with 2 seagulls and some silly string. So I think maybe it is the Viagra thing. I think maybe I'm right.
Silly string is just oysters for seagulls.
Oh, God. I think maybe oysters are oysters for seagulls, but I could be wrong.
That's fair.
The seagulls, silly string is the spaghetti for seagulls.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint. Let me see it.
Silly string is just fish flavored, and no one's ever tried it before.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair, because I haven't.
So I'm not suggesting we do it, because I don't want to do that, and I would not subject you, Reed, my friend, to filling your mouth with silly string and just sucking on it for a little bit to get that fish flavoring.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting you do that.
It does feel like you are, though.
I am suggesting
There it is.
that it might.
Okay.
For someone out there in the world.
I will.
Don't swallow it.
No.
Also, maybe don't do this.
Don't do this. Hey, also, legally, don't do that.
Legally, my lawyer's right here in my ear. He's rapping on my forehead, and he's saying, hey, don't tell them to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, they also, I will say, have done a great job of filling in holes, like potholes with the silly string, and it hardens, and it does a great job.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Weirdly spongy to drive over.
Not great. And I can't imagine it'll last that long.
No. Well, it's plastic.
But with also all of the, aerosol in the air, we have absolutely made a hole in the ozone layer directly above Clam Harbor. That's neither here nor there.
That explains, well,
But
okay.
maybe that has to do with the dreamscape.
The hole in the ozone?
Yeah.
That's where the dreams are coming in.
That's the dream hole.
That's actually what the sun dreams about, is Clam Harbor. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so when you put a hole in the ozone, see, that's what happens. This is why environmentalism is important, is because if the rest of the ozone around Earth goes away, everyone on Earth is going to be dreaming about Clam Harbor.
So that does sound like something that the oceans above all else would throw out to the room. That really sounds like something they would say.
Something that's in their manifesto.
Yeah. We can ask Starflower the next time we see him.
Yeah.
Alternatively, Sam, maybe the Seagulls watched Mad Max.
That's why they attack the people.
Yeah, or
spraying silly string.
so they can just spray into their mouth.
Witness me.
Glorious day.
Just a seagull with like thousands of strands across their beak, just hanging down like jowls.
God, that's vile. Wow. That's pretty tough.
Not counterpoint. I was gonna say counterpoint, not counterpoint.
Different point.
Works like rocks for dinosaurs.
What?
Yeah, they just eat that. Helps them digest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. You know, maybe birds can have a little silly string.
Yeah,
It's like cats can have a little salami. Birds can have a little silly string.
yeah.
It's good for them.
Addendum.
Yes.
Seagull enema.
Stop it. Stop that. Addendum. So, yeah, I don't know. It is weird. It is weird how quickly the apocalypse of silly string has come to town,
Yeah.
which is in the apocalypse of seagulls and also fogopocalypse.
Good old. Oh, the fog's gone.
Well, it's going.
I always consider it gone compared to I can't see my fucking hand if I extend my hand all the way out to the end of my arm.
Oh, Fogopolis. I'm just saying that there's a large amount of world-ending events kind of coming into town. I guess world-ending is an exaggeration. Lots of silly string seagulls and fog. Really, maybe not world-ending, but
The original 12 plagues of Egypt.
I was gonna say all 7 sins. Seagull shit, seagulls.
Death of the firstborn.
Yep. Locusts, seagulls again, fog, and silly string.
Yeah. Just dip that wine on that plate.
Just right like the bribble. But I don't think it's as bad as I think it is. I'm just annoyed that it's like kind of driving over an oil slick when you drive through town itself.
It is pretty slippery. I did get off-road tires, though.
You did? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But even like driving on like Water Street, there's no tar. It's all silly string.
Yeah. Dude, I can... One of the many 900 laws that Trask should have fucking kept.
Was the silly string one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, Trask has asked us. I got an email from Trask's. Trasked us. That's pretty good. We got an email from, not him, his front desk lady. It's basically saying, if you are in town.
Is her name Gertrude?
I think it is.
She looks like a Gertrude.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Gives me Gertrude.
Well, do you think, is it the tattoo on her forehead that says Gertrude? That you're thinking of why her name would be Gertrude?
I was actually thinking of the knitting and the German accent and the constant old personness.
Mm-hmm. Well, mine is the forehead tattoo.
Yes. That
does say Gertrude. Her knuckles also say knit or die, which is kind of cool. I'm just making observations.
Yeah.
Just observations, Sam.
What did Trask send you?
Sent us, basically, if you're in town, folks, if you live here, if you're a resident, or if you're coming to visit, stop having silly string fights.
Put it away. That's right. Put away your 6 silly string holsters.
You don't need a bandolier of silly string. And also, stop, until someone goes out there and sees what they are, stop having silly string fights near the giant monoliths.
Yeah.
We don't know what those are. They could be historically important.
Hey, is that our first PSA?
I think it actually is.
Look at us go.
We're a fucking community resource now.
That's right. Look at us. We're fucking part of the community.
That's right. And second PSA, Sam, what is our second PSA? That they did not ask us to say, but we're doing it now.
Our second PSA is, hey, maybe lay off the wild turkey whiskey. Ginzel.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's like, one, doesn't listen, doesn't have a way to.
Oh, actually, stop leaving scarves out for the clutch.
Yeah, actually, that is a good point.
After we talked about Taylor and the clutch,
yeah,
people started leaving out scarves in the Darwin Woods.
Yes.
Yep.
So they have, apparently, that is the thing that's happening, is that they do think that he needs accessories if he does exist, which I'm beginning to think he does.
Which, whether or not he does exist, it doesn't matter. No one needs 300 scarves.
Well, so the thing is, no one needs 300 scarves or ascots or the other like bandanas. He doesn't need those. The thing is that now there are hundreds of thousands of well-dressed sailor ghosts, and that's more dangerous. Is you guys, it's like leaving out food in your bird feeder during bear season.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily know what's going to come and get that.
All those sailor ghosts.
I'm not saying that like there are sailor ghosts, but if there were, they're looking fabulous, and that's dangerous.
You got to watch out for that. If the fabulous sailor ghosts are a whole another kettle of fish, much more aggressive than your average sailor ghost.
Yeah. Well, and I guess one recommendation in town, we actually had good pizza.
We did.
At Grugden's Pizza Parlor and Arcade Funplex, which was just one pinball machine.
It's very strange.
One very big pinball machine.
It did have a life-size cutout of Nick Cage.
It did.
Standing over the pinball machine. And anytime anyone went to play the pinball machine, it had like one of those like motion-activated things on it, and it would just make sex noises. It was very strange.
It wasn't great. But you're forgetting that there was like clearly what was like taken out of like a Chuck E. Cheese, like one of those jungle gyms.
The rat-themed child casino.
Yeah, the rat-themed child casino. Like they had like those foam and like padded playgrounds for people. It was like that, but there was no padding. So it was just these like kind of jarring, sharp bits that kids can climb through, and then a ball pit, which was a ball pit.
Yeah. It's a good thing there's not like a ton of kids in Clam Harbor.
No, but there's good pizza.
That's main for you.
That's main for you. But there is good pizza there. So go on down to
Grugden's Pizzeria.
Grugden's Pizzeria at Arcade Funplex. But that is a recommendation. It was good.
It was good pizza. Can't recommend.
There was no clam theming.
which was honestly refreshing.
It was.
Yeah.
It genuinely was. It was, but yeah. We did some candlepin bowling, and Sam played in the ball pit.
You can't put me in front of a fucking ball pit and expect me not to relive my childhood fantasies.
Yeah. Plus, I wasn't aware that ball pits were allowed to be like 10 feet deep, 20 feet deep.
And it was kind of cool swimming.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could swim through balls.
Many solids acting as a liquid.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's all I have.
That is most of what I have.
Do you have anything else?
The rest of what I have is all of these dollar bills, yo.
Okay. Sam is now motioning with his gun to me and then the door, so it's time to wrap up the podcast. It's time to get on going. So until next week, if Sam allows me to come back, my name is Reed.
My name is Don Workman.
Capo work. And this has been the Clambake Incident.
And yeah, don't make me break your knees.
And until next week, kiss your blobby on the mouth.
Kiss him right down the mouth like a mwah, give him an old babushka kiss. That's Russian, isn't it?
It is.
Bye.
Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes down a wishing well. It's your heart's desire carry you. Come and sail with me to the open ocean, where you don't have to dream because there's you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Clambake Incident. This show was written by Reed Bridge-Koenigsberg, performed by Reed and myself, Sam Workman, who also edits and produces the show. If you liked us, do us a favor and leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast provider, or join the conversation on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok at Clambake Incident. And if you didn't like us, well, I've never heard of Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. Till next time, live well and be kind. Smooches.
Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you.
And cut. So as said earlier, Sam hasn't actually figured out how to sit on a ball yet, because he, in less than 10 seconds, almost ate shit into a lot of studio equipment.
Oh my god, I'm sweating so much. Who puts 24 grams of sugar into a can that small?
No, if it makes you feel any better, I don't think my soul is in my body right now.
I see you brought me something from the
A little history lesson from the annals of time. In 1985,
Okay.
Coke tried to come out with new Coke. It was going to be different. It was going to taste different. It was going to
Okay.
look different.
Okay.
And it flopped so hard.
Okay.
They only released cherry Coke and vanilla Coke for the next 30 years commercially.
Wow.
But now they've come back with a vengeance. And what they've done, and I've tried one of these, not this one, is they have just, the flavors they've called are like Galaxy, and it just tastes weird. And so this one is called Coca-Cola Dream flavored, which I
Can
think
you
is
still melt eggs with it?
I am confident you can melt eggs or shine coins or dissolve bones.
Okay.
So let's put it in our bodies.
Let's do it.
So, Sam, would you like to do an immediate review
I
with
gotta
me?
digest this ramen, so I need some acid in there.
Exactly. And this has that. Yeah, so we're going to try Dream World Coca-Cola.
Dream world.
It literally says dream flavored. So let's see what
dreams taste
let's
like.
see what Coca-Cola thinks dreams taste like. I think the next one we should try if we do this is I want to try the hot and spicy Mountain Dew flavor.
I bought some of the mac and cheese.
I mean, the mac and cheese looks good. Mountain
The
Dew.
Cheetos mac and cheese. Not looking forward to that one.
No, I mean, my body will reject that.
My body will dissolve from the
Yeah.
inside out.
Well, skinny asses. So, Sam,
Yeah.
how do you want this to play out? How do you want to do this? Because I don't particularly want to drink this. I feel obligated as a funnyman.
What's your profession? Funnyman.
Funnyman, humor, America's Maine's favorite sons.
Obviously, how you drink Coca-Cola.
Whole can in the mouth. Tip it up.
I will choke. Oh my God, he's going for it.
I got I inhaled. I don't know what flavor that is, but it's alarming.
Oh.
Okay, no thoughts, nothing. Don't think of anything.
Okay.
Drink the whole thing.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, my first immediate thought. It tastes a little bit like they melted peach gummies. They dissolved peach gummies into Coke.
Not what I got from it, but
Really?
yeah, you're actually absolutely right.
Okay,
Peach
what
gummies.
were you gonna say?
It tastes like dreams.
It tastes like dreams, brother.
No, it tastes like rotting my teeth. I don't know what the fuck you wanted from me. It's Coke. It tastes like someone it tastes like someone created a sentient being out of sugar
and hate. That's what I forget.
Out of sugar and hate, and then somehow
I have to drink it.
Melted it down into this tiny little can in a Coke Mini. So yeah, 20 milligrams of salt.
Why does my chest hurt?
This can has 24 grams of sugar in it. 20 milligrams of salt and 24 grams of sugar in it. It is 49% sugar.
Stop reading the facts to me. I just drank that. I don't want to know. We just ate mac and cheese.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you had ramen. But so serving size 1 can. First suggestion, serving size no cans. I actually didn't hate it.
It's not. Like, it's fine.
If someone, gun to my fucking skull, someone has a gun onto my head and a Coke can against my mouth, I would take this over normal Coke, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
If there was this much of it.
First off, if there's a gun involved, I'll drink a Coke.
I'll drink a Coke.
I think that's probably it.
I'll drink Pilk. If there's a gun to my fucking head, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so, I mean, review of Dream World limited edition Coca-Cola.
I don't know. This was, okay, a fun idea. I think it'd be even funner if we drank it and then we put like a gross penny in it and came back next week and gave a review about that.
You've seen that guy on TikTok that's like, I'm gonna put this in whiskey and wait a week or until something weird happens and then shoots him?
No, we have very different TikToks, I guess. I also really only use mine when I'm pooping or when you send me stuff.
Honestly, not horrible. I really am getting the peach the more that I think about it. Also, it's got little Kirby doors.
I do like the Kirby doors.
I like that they're not. I like that they're like, oh, you didn't like New Coke? Hey, my shit. This is Dream Coke, bitch. Galaxy Coke. Suck my dick. I'm Coca-Cola, motherfucker. I kill kids. Oh, it is recyclable though, so you can recycle your
dreams.
Your can. Also, if we're fucking off the wall this episode,
it's because we just fucking did a fucking slammer.
Because take this, and then half of this is just pure sugar, just a pile of sugar, and that was the liquid.
I feel like my body is gonna shut down. This has half of your daily sugar.
Peach gummy rings. I'm getting it.
Yeah, peach gummy rings is what I was thinking. That or the peach frogs. You ever get those?
No.
Fair?
Do you remember the gummy sharks?
I love gummy sharks.
Gummy sharks were the great. We're the great.
We're the great.
Singular.
Yeah.
I'm so much fucking sugar right now.
Hey, did you ever have... Okay. Again, I don't know if Friendly's is a Northeast thing, if we're alienating ourselves. You ever go to Friendly's?
I've been to a Friendly's.
Okay, so
they
have...
were unfriendly.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's like Applebee's, but everyone's hungover. And, there was one in like next to the town I grew up in, and so I would
Denny's next to the prison, and all the prisoners go there to make their phone call for an Uber home, which is wild once they've been released.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry, total side.
Yeah. I'm like, did I just forget 10 minutes of dialogue to lead up to that, or? No,
I just have severe ADHD, so here we are.
There we are. It's like playing fucking ping pong.
Woo!
And now he has 10 milligrams of fucking cortisol running through his veins.
No, 24
24.
grams, not just milligrams.
Yeah. But there is a Friendlies, and they bring you can get like specialty drinks, but like they're never on the fucking menu.
Yeah.
And so it took me years to decipher what I had to ask.
Okay.
And they'll bring you out a goblet.
Isn't that the ice cream place?
Yeah.
Ice cream breakfast place?
Yeah. And like blue soda.
Oh, yeah.
They'll bring you out a chalice that has like dark, ungodly blue soda in it, and then a bunch of the gummy sharks, which was my lead into this, and then like a little bit of grenadine, and it's like
Oh,
sharks
shark
in the
bite.
water.
Yeah.
Shark in the water. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want one of those.
You can do that with Sprite, blue curacao, grenadine, and vodka.
Well, I was 12, and they probably wouldn't let me have two out of those.
Ask them, Reed.
It is Friendlies. It is the service industry. So they were like, yeah, okay.
I can't believe that you just expected something without asking.
Do you want to go like do some
Run?
crunches or something?
12 laps?
Hey, Sam. Speaking of running, speaking of competition,
Yeah.